everyone, my name is Stephanie Moncada, and today I'm going to do my presentation on lip plates, which is a distinct kind of beauty that I find interesting in Mersey women down in Ethiopia and in Africa. So you're probably wondering, what are lip plates, right? Okay, so lip plate is a type of decorative object that goes on the lower lip of women. It's actually usually used for a representation of women in society. It's usually made of wood, clay, or plastic, and sometimes even glass. But the most common kind of material that is used to make these is wood and clay. So its actual name known is called a labret. So this is a very interesting object that goes on the lower lips and mouths, as you can see of these women. So how are they applied? So women, usually around the age of 14 or 15, decide to apply these on their face in order to show maturity, as I had mentioned previously. So their lower lip is pierced by a little metal, and so once it's cut, they place in a little piece of either wood or clay in order to hold it in place, and they wait till that heals. Once that is healed and completely closed, the wound is closed, they start to progressively apply a larger object, a larger plate, in order to extend the lip and make it as long as they desire it to be. Some women actually consider removing their two bottom front teeth in order to apply a much larger plate in front of their face. As you can see, this lady right here, she has her lip is very extended, meaning she used a very large plate in order to put it in her mouth. So you're probably wondering, what's the purpose of this, right? What are they doing this for? So many women in Mersey find this a very important part of their culture. The lip plate actually signifies that they have now matured. They're old enough to go out and get married because they're fertile now. They've gone into the age where they're completely mature and fertile to produce children. So the significance of this plate, it's a cultural tradition, as mentioned, and it proves that they have now matured. They're now old enough to become women of society. It also represents and shows men that they're fertile. The scar actually signifies that they can, like in pregnancies, how women get stretch marks and all that, it kind of proves the same thing. It shows that they have the ability to be fertile. They have the chance to have children. Many also consider this a beauty mark. Actually, that's how it started. Many people considered this attractive. So they started to use this. It also proves their ethnicity, so they're women of Africa. They're Ethiopians. So that makes them very proud, and that's also another reason why they use these lip plates. And one of the final reasons is capitalism and change. So many women take this opportunity that tourism is very frequent, and so they decide to use it more often, also to attract more people. They get money from selling the plates and from taking pictures with individuals. It also can represent change. So many people consider that if you did not have a lip plate, then a lot of bad things can happen in your family, or a lot of different situations. For example, there's the case of disease in cows. So a mother was with her two children. In one of the articles that I was reading, that apparently one of her daughters had done the lip plate and the other one had not. So she was telling the daughter that did not, that if she didn't do it, then she would probably suffer from different catastrophes like the cow disease. These are some of the lip plates that they use. See, that's one of the young ladies with it. And then she has also body scars that also represent more of this kind of significance. So these are different sizes, and they're all made of clay. They're handcrafted and sun baked. So do they keep them forever? No. They actually decide that once they hit an age where they're too old and they're no longer fertile, they decide to take it off. And then they let it till it heals back up, and so it closes up and their lip returns back to normal. They're just left with the scar. So once they're too old, they decide to take it off. It makes Mersey women, in my opinion, a very unique kind of culture. So the fact that they use these makes them very distinguishing from all the other cultures in Africa. Sorry. And I find it very interesting how also the lip can return back to its normal shape. So these were the references that I used. One of them was from Shana Latowski, which was her reflection on the lip plates, and the other one was of the beautiful ideas of this statement figure. I found learning about these women very interesting, and I hope that you too learned a little bit more about lip plates. Thank you.